I lost it. I really was, though. Oh my God. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do anymore. Oh, all right. Hi. Hello. Welcome, all of our lovely viewers, to our iconic production here on Twitch. This is the return of our Call of Cthulhu game on Monday nights. I am Becca, the keeper. And I don't do this by myself. I have not only my investigators, but also JD behind the scenes, making sure our technical production is outstanding, and Phantom of Truth being our moderator in the chat on Twitch. Without them, there would be much havoc and traumatizing. I know, because I have been the whole producer while running a game, and it was traumatizing beyond all belief. So thank you so much to you guys for doing that for us. We also, like I said, have our investigators. Some of them will be hopefully swinging in later. Otherwise, we have Jenny playing Gertrude, and Rachel is playing Charlie. Speaking of, they will be in here soon, and we'll get ourselves all rearranged. But thank you for bearing with us. Monday nights are sometimes just that tricky time of the week where we still weren't ready for this day, and here we are at the end of it. I know that's usually how I feel when I come swinging in on Mondays. So, yeah, to get our recap going, because you can still see me a little bit. I'm now in Gertrude's box, but never fear. Once upon a time, there was a group of investigators who were all brought together thanks to Professor Smith, I think. This is why we take notes, guys. The professor. And he got them all together in order to have them help him find the great Sedafkar Simulacrum, a statue of some sort that holds great power. It's unclear exactly what kind of power, however, many people over the centuries have searched for and used it. So he got together Charlie, the race car driver, Mason, the boxer, Ricky, the barber, and Nellie, the professor. And they set off from London, went to Paris in search of the simulacrum. They didn't really know what was going on, what was about it, what it was, what it did, and discovered that someone named Count Fenelek possibly had this statue in his estate way back in 1797. So, yeah, right at the eve, or at the dawn, I should say, of the French Revolution. And he, with his many depredations and multiple flaws in his character development, he was arrested, his estate torn apart, and those pieces of the statue scattered across Europe. The group found the first one, which was the left arm, and upon retrieving it, immediately helped a family who was having difficulty with their left arms. And so are under the suspicion that perhaps these statues are not as kind and helpful as one might think. From there, they went down to Lausanne, where they met Gertrude, she's not a professor exactly. And in fact, the university disavows any knowledge or association with her. She's a bit on the cuckoo side, but nobody really has seen that yet because she's so sweet, just so sweet, really. And with Gertrude's help, the now 5 of them were able to get the head scroll of the Sedafkar simulacrum, which will help them know how to destroy this eventually. So they now have a left arm, they have a scroll, and they went on to Milan. And in Milan, after investigating the opera and discovering a group of cultists who are perhaps into more body horror than our typical JM, they saved a young opera singer, uncovered the torso, the chest piece of the statue, and are now attempting to figure out how to get her voice back, what to do with the crazy old man who now has an opera singer voice, and if there is anything they can do as mere investigators with no authority here in Italy. So as the day dawns on January 17th, 1923, the group is deciding what they want to do with not only Caterina, but also Arturo Faccia, the crazy old occultists, and where they go from here. They are aware that in 2 days, on January 19th, Mason has a boxing match in Zurich. However, the Orient Express will continue to take them to Venice. So that is their decision for today, what they will have to figure out. But to start, the group went and talked to the police in the morning with all of their information. The police were incredibly grateful to have found Caterina Cavallaro. She has been missing for several days. And they will help bring her back to her house here in Milan and attempt to keep her or help her feel safe, to watch on her house, knowing that the person who did this to her is currently either under police custody or asylum custody. They are certain that she will be safe from now on. And so it is left to you. The police will ask you, what do you wish to do with this old Italian gentleman who was once a bedrock of Milan society?
Well, I believe Dr. Nelly had mentioned putting him in an asylum, and that might be the best option.
Yeah, I had said that we were going to drop him off at an insane asylum and then take the Lady Caterina home.
Okay. You are able to do that. It is a little terrifying, especially to those of us in the 21st century here, at how easy it is to get someone committed to the asylum for no reason beyond he is now speaking in a female voice and is cuckoo. At least that's what you say. So quickly, he is taken in by the orderlies. They promise to care for him well, and you are left with the future in front of you. So yes, about 1:30 this afternoon, the Orient Express will be continuing on to Venice, which is to the east. However, Mason is having a boxing match up in Zurich in 2 days, and that is to the north. So you will have to get on a different train to go in that direction. What is your plan? Anybody know?
To be honest, I didn't really think that Nelly would get this far. Well, I think Nellie's plan after she drops that dude off, she will be attacked by a giant eldritch dog horror. And I think
probably just.
I don't think we want to go too terribly far because we want to go see. I think we all collectively want to go see Mason's match. So, and that's in 2 days. So I don't think we want to like journey forward on the Orient Express because we don't want to go the opposite direction of the match. So
we might just need to swing by the train station and pick up the torso because that's where Charlie and I put it.
okay, yeah.
We need to find a different place to stay too.
Oh yeah, those are the things that we should do. Should we maybe consider not staying here and maybe taking like a bus or a different train to a closer area to his match in Munich?
Yes. You can definitely get a train from Milan to Zurich. That's not a problem. It will take most of
Oh, Zurich, not Munich. I'm sorry.
to get to Zurich. You will arrive on the morning of the 18th. His match is the evening of the 19th.
So that would give us some time to find a home base, which would be a good plan.
Yeah. And figure out what to do with the torso and the arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys procure your baggage. You get tickets, and you head up to Zurich. The scenery out the window on the train is beautiful, rolling hills, high mountains. Every now and again, you see a castle out in the distance, surrounded by vineyards and maybe a chocolate factory or two. And you wind through. Do you guys wish to talk about anything on your way, or just wait till you get to Zurich?
I want to talk about chocolate and how much I want it.
Let me say, this sounds like my dream. Chocolate factory.
Wait.
Let's be real here.
Can we go to the chocolate factory?
Can we make a pit stop?
Yes. I will let you
Chocolate factory.
Oh, we have a Charlie. Yes, we have to go to the chocolate factory.
or a fromagerie.
Only if it's a fromagerie where we can see them cutting the cheese, or maybe smell it.
Ah, yes. So you guys take several pit stops
Yes.
on the way, hopping off the train at a moment's notice, leaving the ushers and conductors in complete disarray as these Americans, sorry, Nellie, seem to get on and off in a moment's notice. You visit,
Just like New York.
you are able to buy a wheel of cheese if you would like. It is soft, it is creamy, it is tangy, it is what you dream of when you dream of Swiss cheese.
Oh.
Yeah, my mouth is watering a little.
I just had pizza, but now I'm just like, I'm ready for cheese and chocolate.
Together.
You know, cheese and chocolate together is actually, I mean, you have chocolate cheesecake, so it's not a bad combo.
It's really not.
Oh, gosh,
Get
dang
a little
it.
croissant and go. And yes,
Okay. Murder mystery.
you stop by the China factory.
At the chocolate factory. We have
It is not quite the mechanized production that we would know today, but it is on its way to become so. The owner is astonished that so many Americans would want to see his little store factory, and takes you inside, lets you eat samples, and at the end of the day, you are able to buy your several bars. And by bars, we're talking like the big Toblerones, of chocolate for Charlie to put into her bag. So you have a wheel of cheese, several bars of chocolate, probably a bottle or two of wine.
I would expect nothing less.
That's how we're rolling here. And And then you enter into the German part of Switzerland, at which point there are schnitzels and beer, and the food is just amazing no matter where you go, you find. So you roll into Zurich.
10 times heavier.
Yeah.
Right? 10 times earlier, like literally roll. Into Zurich. The next morning, with your luggage, and a porter is able to direct you to a nearby hotel. After you all get rooms, Mason lets you know that he is going to go talk to his manager. And so, like, you guys go to sightseeing. He'll meet up with you later tonight and have hopefully all tickets and stuff. And hopefully he'll be able to introduce you to his wife, because he should be coming to this. He sent her a telegram. He hopes she will. So you are free to do what you will here in Zurich.
Well, I think we'd first want to probably obtain a hotel or lodging. And then Nellie, who has been distracted by all the tourism and the chocolate, and so mad I don't have chocolate right now. I think she'd finally want to document the torso, get good pictures of it, kind of look at some of the script. Oh, are you eating chocolate? I'm supposed to hand make warm Buckeye chocolate, but because of the floors that we're ripping and putting in new floors, I've been delayed in my chocolate making. So I'm sitting over here going, had I just committed this weekend before we started all the flooring. Hank wants chocolate too. He's actually on top of the laptop. You just can't see it. His head is right on. That's why we're at an angle. Fair. He's like, yes, it will make me sick, but I will be happy. But I'm sick.
Nelly, give me an anthropology roll for your study of the torso.
Okay.
If we still have rashes, or have they gotten worse? Any better?
Yours and Charlie, yours will not go away. Mason's has cleared up.
Did he do anything different? I guess he's not around the torso.
We were the ones handling the torso.
That's
We
true.
went off the stage.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Just curious. How's Ricky's shoulder doing?
It's stiff. He finds he can't clench as well with his left hand as he can with his right. So if he wants to shoot a gun with his left hand, he'll probably have like a penalty to do so.
Mm. So, okay, by the time we get this full statue, are we all just going to be like crippled?
There's the question. You've noticed that possessing parts of the statue makes whoever possesses those parts susceptible to some illness or injury. Do you spread that all out? Do you make one person carry it all?
We find a safe somewhere, like at Gringotts, and stick it there.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good point. I'm sure that there's a university here in Zurich. And
Sure.
while I may not have any standing with my own university back home in Geneva, do I know anyone in Zurich that I could, a trusted colleague perhaps, that I could see if there's a place where we could store something on the down low, the shush shush?
Roll me a credit rating.
I remember what you did to me last week, Dice. Come on.
Uh-oh.
That would be a 96.
Cool.
Oh, probably not.
So are you still going to go and check out the university?
Yeah.
If anybody you know.
Yeah, I'll go check it out, but I'll be very quiet. I won't say anything specific.
Okay.
I'll just be mysterious and crazy and me.
Fair enough. So you get to the university. Is anybody joining you for this? Currently, Nellie is studying the torso.
Oh, right. No, I can't because I'm studying the torso.
And
Oh.
I would just be,
And go to
Oh. Okay. Oh, I dropped my dice. I could temporarily stop studying it and go with her. I like universities.
I would just stay with the torso and the arm.
That's probably a
back
smart
at the
idea.
hotel.
We need somebody to watch it.
Okay. And you, Charlie, are going to stay with Ricky and learn how to shoot like a gangster, literally, or are you going to go to the university?
I mean, if we're going shooting, then
We
No.
love going shooting.
dang it. Okay, I'll go with them to the university.
Where the people were put in boxes.
What are you?
The song. I went to university.
I'm not familiar, but okay.
I don't know, like, you can only sing so much of a copywritten song before it becomes an infringement. So I can only say like 5 words at a time legally.
Yep. Yeah. Yes. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, you went to the university, and while you were there, it is a rather intimidating place. You know that Zurich is one of those places that a lot of the brilliant minds of Europe are coming together to kind of experiment, especially after all this new information that came out after the Great War and seeing how important the sciences are to all of the different countries. And as you guys are there, and Gertrude is hopeful that there's somebody she knows, Gertrude, you're kind of scanning the greens, and you're kind of hoping that you're just going to know somebody. You don't recognize any of the names on any of the buildings as you walk by. And across the way, underneath a pair of trees, pine trees, in the snowy area, you see a young man with a very kind face and shaggy hair as if it hasn't been cut for several years. Locks eyes with you, smiles, kind of shrugs into his coat a little bit more, and turns around and walks around the building.
Nellie noticed that.
Make a spot roll.
Oh, darn it. I just wanted to be like, ooh. I sure as heck didn't. I don't even know what my spot hidden is, but that was a 71. That was a failure. Now he's like, oh, look at the trees.
You see Jenny stop and look over, and you see, like, it's almost like you know somebody just went around the corner, but you didn't see who it was, Nellie.
Okay. She won't really make any comment.
Well, I know that one never trusts a kind face.
Well, you would
But-
trust a kind face. After all, it did propose to you once.
Wait, what?
This person proposed to you once.
Oh dear. Yeah, no. Let's see. Yeah, no. Gertrude is going to take off running in that direction.
All right, Mason. You're not Mason. Charlie, and Nellie. You watch as Gertrude just takes off running across the greenery or the greens.
Nellie will lean over to Charlie and be like, "Has she gone daft?"
I'm gonna say I think she already was, and then like bolt after.
Has she gone daft? And then Nellie will just power walk behind them because she's like, I don't know who I'm going to run into here for all I know. Oh God. It could be a giant dog. So, you know.
It could be a dog. You never know.
Giant dog.
Gertrude, you get to the corner of that building. Turn it. There's no one there.
I will just yell, James! James! No, nothing?
Nothing.
Okay.
Charlie and Nellie. Gertrude is standing here yelling the name James.
I'm gonna ask her who James is.
He's someone special to me from a long time ago. But he's dead. Or, well, that's what we all assumed at any rate. But could have sworn I just saw him. Turned the corner here. Are there footprints in the snow?
Make a spot hidden check. Or no, survival.
Survival?
Survival.
Spot hidden is much better.
I know.
Yeah, why would you do this?
Nah.
There are footprints, but you can't tell in which direction it's leading.
Okay. Well, perhaps I am going daft after all. Borrow a phrase from Nellie. Well, I'm afraid I'm in need of a cup of tea, perhaps with a little something stronger in it. I don't think I know anyone here at the university, so I'm gonna go collect myself. You ladies want to come along, or do you want to keep poking about here? It's either way, it's fine. But I need a moment. Excuse me.
Yes, that's okay. Moment. Nellie will do her best to not be knocked off the laptop. He's scratching. Nellie will kind of peek around the corner before she follows Gertrude, just to look. She doesn't not believe. She doesn't believe. It's one of those like it go either ways. Just kind of like peculiar.
Mm-hmm. You also see footprints in the snow. It's hard to make out which direction they're coming. Because it's more of like the furrows in the snow rather than like individual footprints.
Okay.
So,
are there other people walking around?
there's a few. None in this area, but if you look, there's a couple other people walking between buildings. It's a chilly January day, so nobody's really staying out.
Okay. I'm on board with a latte and a scone, so, let's go.
All right, you were able to find a cafe. Now, these scones are not quite the buttery sweet that you recall from the Parisian, the French side of Switzerland, or from Paris. They're not the Parisian croissants you remember. But they're delicious. They're definitely much more German.
I'll probably take 3.
Okay.
3?
Yeah, and shove one in my coat pocket for later.
Save it for later. That's good.
Good. It is indeed.
All right, I want to plop down and ask Gertrude about James.
Well, you know, we were both very young. It was right before the war. And we were in Constantinople. It was delightful there. He was studying. It was during my graduate days. I was just there on a brief stint, and we met, and it was just a few days before he got shipped out, you know. But he was a dear boy, and yeah, I miss him. I'm sure that this young man couldn't have been him. It's just probably a coincidence. There we go.
Take another drink.
So what happened to him?
Well, not really sure. I was informed that he had gone missing, and then, of course, you know, I saw his name in the paper, the same that many young women did in those days, and the missing presumed dead list. And for a while, I didn't give up hope. You know, I even went back to Constantinople and asked some of his connections that he had there. He had there was this old fellow in the bazaar that he would talk to a lot. So I asked him if anything had come of him, if he'd seen anything, and he hadn't. Everyone was very sweet, very kind. Found a few strange things in his apartment, but I mean, he was into something similar to what you do, Dr. Nelly, I believe. He was into anthropology of some kind. But no one had seen him, and I didn't go back after that, although I do intend to visit Constantinople at some point. It is one of the stops along the way on the Orient Express, so while I'm out of a gig at the moment, I thought I would wander about and end up there, but I certainly didn't expect to see him in Zurich. But of course it wasn't him, so.
Charlie's gonna be like this, looking up at her and say, "It's so romantic."
Well, you know, we were very young, Charlie, and we didn't really know each other all that well, but yes, it was quite romantic, I suppose.
Nellie's just gonna awkwardly be sitting there because she and the love thing don't do very well together. Oh,
Hank is like, I heard that.
right? Weirdo. Now he's biting his frickin' tail. We can't have him downstairs right now because the floor is got exposed nails and staples. So
Right. Yep. All right. So
but yeah, she'll awkwardly just be like, yes, young love.
So yeah, it's more than likely you don't know anybody here at the university.
Okay. All right. Well, I worry that, and could have I spent some of the time on the train, maybe if I had not gone into the chocolate factories and such, doing the studying that I need to do on the scroll so I can get more information out of that.
The 40 hours, yeah.
Yeah. Just what I've learned from the scroll so far, I kind of am concerned that perhaps, Charlie, I don't know if your rash is still there, but mine is uncomfortable. Perhaps we shouldn't be carrying this with us. I understand we shouldn't leave it someplace for someone else to find, but I really do think we need a safe place for certain things. Anyone have any ideas for that?
I was thinking maybe a bank or something that we could put in like a lockbox or something like that.
Would be a large box,
Yeah.
but that's a good idea.
Or a vault of some sort.
Why do we not want it to stay with us? Wouldn't technically that be the safest? I mean, I know it's with us and people are coming after us, but I worry that a bank and magic, we know at least one person has magic who's coming after this.
That's true.
From your readings, Gertrude and Nellie, you are also aware that the pieces will have to be put together in order to destroy them. And it will probably be best to do that in Constantinople, where it was created.
So it's probably best if we just carry it along with us.
Suck it up and move on, I suppose.
We can take turns, share the load.
Or you know, get strong men to carry it because it's about the size of Gertrude and Charlie put together.
Charlie and I had rather a difficult time getting into that taxi cab, and then we had to convince the taxi driver that we were runaway lovers.
I feel like that should be a whole side story or something.
Runaway Charlie.
Oh gosh. Anyway.
That was funny.
Man.
So are there
Oh,
any
sorry.
museums? I'm sorry. Are there any museums or historical things that we know of here in Zurich that we could maybe glean some more information if there is anything to be had?
Yes. You would be able to go to a museum here in Zurich. Zurich, like I said, it's kind of becoming the intellectual headquarters of Europe. Seeing as they were not devastated by the Great War like so many other countries were. They're starting to be considered one of the more cultural and intellectual capitals. So yes, there are definitely museums. Do you want to go to the specifically Swiss Museum or the Art Museum or the Historical Museum? What are we looking for here?
Gertrude's probably more interested in the Historical Museum, but if the other ladies feel like the other museums might be interesting, then I should be happy to accompany them there as well.
Sounds good.
I like history.
So you all do.
Along for the ride, so.
Cool. All right, so let's see what you ladies learn at your trip to the Historical Museum. I would like you all to do two things. One is library use, and the second is luck.
Okay.
Even if you fail the first one, I still want you to do the luck one.
I had no chance.
So that was a no for the library. And for luck, okay.
I did make the luck one, but I did not make the library one.
I also made the luck roll, but not the library roll.
Okay.
I am changing dice.
All right. Well, it's not terribly surprising. Most of the wording here is in German.
I don't read German.
And I don't think anybody here reads German. So, you're left wandering and enjoying the exhibit. A curator comes up and offers to assist you in locating stuff. And when you ask about anything specifically about like the Siddhakar simulacrum or even Count Fenelek, there's nothing really that he can point you to. However, when you talk about Constantinople and Turkey and the the Near East, the Orient, if you will, you are directed to a large painting. It's called The Burning of Troy. And you're all aware that Troy is a fictional city from the great works of
Homer,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Completely just spaced on his name. Appreciate it.
Nerd.
Thanks, JD.
Homer, thank you. Whew. That was most everything. And so you're aware of this story. However, as you're looking at it, and the curator is telling you in part French, part English, about how this picture is, yes, a fantastical representation of the burning of Troy. However, it was based on the great city of Constantinople and its location on the coast of Turkey. Talks about its geographical importance as a road from east to west, a center of ideas, customs, and culture that then go out and spread throughout. However, it was not only positive culture and ideas, but also some negative ones. There have been rumors of cults that were established either in the west or in the east that would find their way to Constantinople and be able to spread out again through the world, either into the east or into the west. And I hope they still hear us. So they have this great place that while you have the positives of culture, you also have the negatives. And the curator casually mentions how some of these cults, like the Brotherhood of the Skin or the followers of the Nameless One, have all been, in a way, disproven, as if they weren't real. However, you all with your luck rolls remember several different people in Milan discussing the Brotherhood of the Skin. And that's something that Arturo Faccio was possibly a member of. And the longer you stare at this painting, particularly Nellie and Charlie have been up close and personal with Count Fenelick, the more you are certain that one of these painted figures is him.
Can Nellie jot down notes about this painting?
Yeah. It is a Renaissance painting, which means it was painted in the 13, 14, 1500s. It is, like I said, while at the time now they know where Troy is, when this was painted, it was based off of this other city, Constantinople.
Istanbul?
No, it's still Constantinople, 1923.
Yeah.
I know. I just.
Oh,
I had
the
to say it
song.
once.
Okay.
So yes, all of us are singing that song in our head. Yes. Every time I say Constantinople, I think it.
Can I ask if there's anything else in the museum that refers to the Brotherhood of the Skin or whatever it is?
You definitely look. However, it is difficult to locate any particular words, as it's mostly in German. And the curator is quick to dismiss any discussions of it as fantasy.
So, as in, brushing it off, as in, it doesn't matter, or, kind of anxious about it?
Brushing it off as if it doesn't matter.
Okay.
And really, only children believe the boogeyman still exists.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Ricky, well, you are in the hotel room. Are you staying in the hotel room? Are you staying, do you go down to the lobby? Do you go out to the balcony?
No, I just stay in the hotel room. I probably have the windows open and probably just really listen to music, read a book. That'd be about it. Just trying to do something to pass the time, but stay alert enough and stay in the room. Probably call down for what time of day is it?
It's mid-morning.
Okay.
I mean, you got it in the morning.
So probably to have some coffee, some bacon, whatever.
Yeah. When the again, I'm spacing on words. I got bellhop. The person
Room
who
service?
room service thing. Wow, guys, and I didn't have to go to work today, so this is rough.
Hey, that's me on default.
Not going to work or just not knowing words?
Not knowing words.
I was like, hold on.
Yeah, so when room service shows up and you open the door, you hear a voice down the hall in a New York accent yell something, and then a door slams shut.
It's Larry. And Larry.
I'm sorry, Larry, what?
What?
What about Larry?
You heard as you opened the door to get your room service, Ricky, you heard a male voice yell something about crappy service in a distinctly New York accent, and then a door slam shut.
Do I recognize the voice?
Roll a listen check.
Roll the 69. I'm gonna push that. Oh, much better. A 7. That's an extreme success.
Yeah, that'd be Larry. Larry, who does have a last name now.
F words.
Lombardo.
Bombardo?
Yeah. Guess who spent her afternoon looking up mafia names?
Oh, crap. How far away is he?
With their extreme success, you're gonna guess he's somewhere on this floor, down to your right.
Well, I will let the room service person leave, and then I'm going to go try and see if I can figure out where exactly he is by being quiet and listening carefully. Thank you. Pause on my notes.
Okay. So you start sneaking down the hallway, listening at each door, and we're going to let you roll ride for listening for this voice. So with your extreme success, you hear towards the end of the hall. You ended up somewhere in the middle of this building, so far down at the end. You definitely hear this voice again. And he's talking, and he's saying, Marie, I know I said I would stay longer, but I just can't. I just can't, sweetie. I gotta go. I gotta go meet my men. But when I get back, know that I'll take you out and all. So just hold on to it, all right, sweetums? Just hold on to that for me, will ya? Thank you. And you get the idea that he's about to exit the door.
Then I'm going to clear out of the way. And is there a place to hide nearby?
Yes. Give me a stealth roll to see if you can make it into the broom closet, which is big enough for you, soon enough. We'll do a quick spot hit and see if he sees you.
I'm not successful.
I was successful with a base spot hidden of 25 and rolling a 25. So you pull open the door to the broom closet and you hear, Ricky? That you? If I was known you were going to be here, I would have back someone extra for you. You're not supposed to be out here in Zurich. This is my job. What are you doing here?
Just taking some time to see the sights. I figured I wouldn't have to work if you were covering things out here, taking care of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're gonna just see the sights, then that's all well and good, because I'm on this one. You don't have to take care of this one.
I don't even know what the job's about, so I'm not worried.
Good. That sounds good, Ricky.
Hey, you want to grab a bite later or something?
Later,
Maybe
yeah.
grab a couple drinks.
Later tonight. I think I'm free. I can do that.
Sounds good. I'm off to take a tour somewhere or other. Just with my little lady that I met here, but I got to get back to her. Coffee's probably getting cold, and why don't we meet up later tonight? Just in this area, and find a place to go.
That would be great. What's your room number?
I can't remember, but what do we say? Around, I don't know, 7 o'clock. We just find each other in the hallway.
Yeah, like right here. 7 o'clock. I'll be here. I'll be here, Ricky. I'll be waiting for you.
All right, sounds good. I'll buy you a couple rounds, huh?
That sounds great, buddy. Kind of slaps you on the arm and starts walking. Do you have psychoanalyze or psychology?
Yes.
Roll one of those for me.
I'm not successful.
Okay. There was something odd about him. And it's probably him running into you here. When he was.
I'm gonna go the opposite way of where my room is and go like there's stairs at the end of that hallway.
Yep.
So try and head towards those stairs and like try and go up.
Okay, super awkward. You both walk towards the same stairs except for he goes down and you go up.
That's fine. I'm gonna go up to the next floor and go on to the next floor where the rooms are and just hang out there to be quiet and pretend like I'm not on that floor.
Okay. Yeah, so he leaves the hotel. You head back to the room. Yeah, you remember from back in Paris when your informant let you know that Larry was in the area, but nobody could figure out why. Apparently, he came over to Switzerland.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I'm going to give it a minute and then walk back down to his room.
Okay.
Just to check the door, see if it's unlocked.
It is locked, but you hear someone humming in the room.
Humming?
Humming. A woman is humming.
Can I make out the tune or anything?
I mean, maybe it's some popular Swiss tune. You're not really sure. It's nothing. It doesn't strike you the way that like the opera music did.
Just somebody humming.
Mm-hmm.
But he said something about a sweetheart on there, or sweetums on the phone. It's probably his side piece. How did the room service person dress?
There was a uniform.
Okay. Were they about the same size as me?
About. However, you do know that this hotel, you did pick one of the larger ones in Zurich. It has quite an extensive staff. So, that guy didn't have the exact same size. Perhaps you could find his uniform.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down to try and find bellhop or room service uniforms. Just find something generic. See if I can snag one and try and get some information out of the lady in the room.
Roll me some luck to see what level you get.
All right, so my luck right now is at 77, and I rolled a 10.
Ooh, that is very nice. That is an extreme success. Awesome. So you find the staff changing room. You find a uniform that is your size, and you even come across an unattended trolley. And you kind of peek, and the food is cold, but with the uniform in this trolley, you could probably even get access to the servant's lift to be taken back up to your floor.
Perfect. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. All right. You get changed. You take the trolley. You tell them floor 4. They pick you up. You have the trolley. You have the uniform.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just quick writing notes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna go up to the door and knock on it. Just try not to say too much. Let's see. We're in Switzerland, right?
Yes, the German part of Switzerland. But Switzerland, they speak French, German, and English is taking on, especially in the tourism aspect.
Sure. Well, I'm going to try and fake an accent with her. Hopefully she doesn't recognize me. Does the uniform include a hat or anything?
Yep, it has a hat.
Okay, hat would be good. That's probably the best I can do right now. So I'm going to go knock on her door.
With your success, you even found a pair of glasses.
Oh. I mean, nobody will recognize me now.
No. With glasses? No, nobody recognizes anybody in glasses. We all know this. Perfect. Oh my gosh, where'd Ricky go? Nobody knows. It's now Richard. All right.
Oh yeah, I was the only one missing glasses. What am I doing? Okay.
Distinguish.
Right. Quick, what's a good Swedish name?
Hans.
Hans, perfect. Okay. All right, knock on the door. Here goes nothing.
Knock, and you hear, yeah? What is it?
Hello? Hello? Room service?
Oh no.
Room service?
Room service?
Yeah. Comes and opens the door. Room service? I did not order room service. And you see a petite woman, big brown curls, big doe eyes. She's in a kind of dressing robe. Kind of fluffs up her hair and goes, I did not order room service, so I do not know what this is.
No, you. I'm so sorry, madam. I thought I was ordered to this room, whatever the number is. We haven't said what the number is. I don't think it matters. Please, for the following equation, let n represent the number of the room.
Okay, 402. Sounds great.
Just 402. I got an order for room 402? No?
No.
No, I did not. What is it?
Just open up the top.
Okay. And it's like partially eaten, cold, like hash browns and sausage. You see 2 eggs, a brown gravy. It is congealed and not particularly appetizing. And the look of disappointment strikes you right through the heart as she kind of glares at you.
And then I go, Hans, you have to stop listening to that fool. Oh, I am so sorry, madam. I'm so sorry. Would you like a complimentary bottle of champagne?
Yes. Which fool did this trick to you?
Jeffrey. He's always playing tricks on me. I don't know what it was. I don't know what I did to cross him. I'm so sorry. Let me go get that champagne for you. How many glasses would you like?
Oh, I'll take 2, Donkey.
2 glasses? Okay. Can I get you anything else?
No. No, just please hurry back.
Okay.
Oh no.
So I go back with the trolley, and I'm just gonna try basically fast talking the people down there, and just play it up like somebody loaded this cart wrong. They gave me the wrong stuff. They gave me old food. This lady's pissed. She's mad. She ordered a bottle of champagne. Need 2 glasses. Right away. Just bill it to their room, whatever.
Roll me that fast talk.
Oh, baby, yes, that's an extreme success.
Nice. One of the
2
head
bottles
chefs.
of champagne.
Ooh, nice. One of the head chefs mutters under his breath about workers who don't know what they're doing, and you hear the name Frederick under, like, in that litany of frustration. That you're given the bottle of champagne and 2 glasses.
Oui, chef, merci beaucoup.
Right.
And I go off. Can I get 2 bottles of champagne?
Yes.
Just because I was thinking, I know I'm saying 1, but if I'm gonna fast talk and say, well, she ordered 1, let's give her 2, something like that, just to push an extra 1. So I go back with the 2 bottles and glasses back to the room to talk with the lady.
Okay.
Don't give me that eyebrow thing. What was the eyebrow thing?
I don't know what the eyebrow thing was. I don't know. There went my dice. But I don't know. It's weird. Who does eyebrow things?
Scheming DMs, perhaps, or lore masters. Sorry.
Doing weird things to my face right now.
So weird. Mean lore masters, keepers. That is odd. Who knew? Yeah,
that's great.
So, so you knock again, and the woman opens the door again. You've noticed she's put a little bit of makeup on.
Oh,
Buffed her hair a bit more. She goes, "Oh, you returned. Please come in."
Of course. And then I set the glasses down. I put a bottle into a container Does she have ice in a thing?
No.
You know, what are the things called? But you know what I'm talking about, though.
I do know what you're talking about. Yeah, the champagne container. The ice filler.
Yeah. Can I say that I brought some ice in a thing with the thing?
Yes.
Whatever I would do is service. I mean, I know what it's supposed to look like, but I'd open the champagne, pour the glass, and then set it down and say, "Here you are, madam. So sorry about the confusion. Will that be all?"
She walks past you with a little bit of sway, picks up a glass, sips it, sits down, and then pats the cushion next to her. Oh, please join me, won't you? I'm so lonely today.
Oh.
That's why I grabbed 2 bottles. Pour myself a glass and sit down.
So she starts to lounge towards you. Oh, hello. And then her giant mastiff shows up. And she asks you, oh, what's your name? And in that moment, that was the moment that Ricky was eaten by the face snatchers. And you never saw him.
One second while we
Never, ever.
Get him situated.
Yeah. So, we'll quickly. Are you guys good, Ricky?
Yeah. It's just he's just needy. He's a needy boy.
He is a sweet but oh so needy puppy. And without him, Iconic would not be the same.
There's something about a Hank spinoff, anyway.
Right.
Anyways.
In, and I'm just says, oh, so what's your name?
Hans. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Maria. It is so good to meet you. And so kind of you to bring me my champagne.
Okay, then, mentally I'm thinking, oh, he wasn't on the phone with somebody. He was talking to her. And my apologies, madam. I know that this room is under the name of Mr. Bombardo. I didn't realize that he had a companion. Are you his wife?
She laughed merrily and says, oh, no. Mr. Lombardo, as you say, we've only recently met.
Oh, okay. Then I should stop calling you Madame.
Please.
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Zurich. This is my town.
Lovely. It's such a beautiful town.
It is. Have you seen it yet?
I have. What would you recommend? Right. Yes, I've been working here for a few months now. I don't get out too much. Would you recommend any places to see?
I could think of a few places. What are your interests?
I do love the arts.
Food. Sleeping. Yeah, I love your face.
Sleeping is nice. It is nice.
Oh, excellent. Anatomy lessons.
Just really laying it on.
That was a fantastic contribution.
Oh, that was a phantom contribution. Oh, man. Actually, I've studied anatomy quite a bit, but there's always more to learn, isn't there?
Oh my goodness.
Always.
What?
Ricky,
What,
are you
what
going to get information from her, or are you just gonna spend the rest of the morning here?
I was just about to say, where did Mr. Lombardo get off to? I mean, how long is he going to be gone for?
Oh, he's going to be gone all day. He'll be back this afternoon. He has to go meet with his clients. He's such a busy, busy man.
Is he now? What kind of clients does he have? I mean, somebody like him must be, I don't know, he must be in the agriculture business or something.
Oh, I don't know. It's so boring. I don't pay attention to that.
No. No, and why would anyone pay attention to anything else but you?
Exactly.
Jeez,
He must take you to some nice places, though.
Sometimes.
No, he doesn't.
Sometimes, yes. I don't know. Maybe he's ashamed of me. He just
No,
doesn't
come.
appreciate me and all that I have to give.
Why wouldn't he appreciate you?
Some people just they see a woman and think she has no brains. And they think that's what Mr. Lombardo does.
That's a shame.
It is. If you're
Well, perhaps what I could do, my manager will be expecting me within the hour, but
so you have an hour?
I would say when I'm thinking within the hour, like by the next hour. So I don't have a lot of time right now, but perhaps I could tell him I feel ill and need to go home.
Oh, that's a
Would you
great
like
thing.
Would you like to meet me downstairs in, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes, and I can show you some of the things I've found here?
I would love to see what you found. Yes, I will see you shortly.
Now, this isn't conversation. This is thought process.
Cool.
Do I see a room key in the vicinity?
Yes. It's
Okay.
it's actually in the door.
Would she need it to use it to leave? Or would it be like an automatic?
So if she leaves it in the door and locks it, then no one else can get in.
Right.
If she takes it out, she can, like, the door can open and close, or she could use it and, like, lock the door and take the key.
What I meant was I wanted to see if I could swipe a key to get her to, like, wait downstairs, and then I come back in the room.
So that's really the only key you see. You know that she would be able to leave her room if you took it. She wouldn't be able to lock the door behind her if you took it.
Which would probably tip her off to something funny, which is why I'm looking at it. Do I see anything of interest in the room in this area?
Make me a spot hidden check.
Come on, dice. Well, I'm successful, but just normally so. Normally so? Nominally? No.
Normal.
I don't know.
Normal success, yeah. Okay. With your normal success, you see, so the thing of interest that you see Larry Lombardo's luggage.
Mm-hmm.
And The interesting thing about it is like the outside of it is covered in this dark gray mud. It's dried, but yeah, it's this dark gray dried mud all on the outside of his luggage. Possibly that could come through, carrying it through wet, slushy streets. But that it's an odd color.
Probably not matching. What was the weather like last night or this morning when we drove in?
I mean, it has snowed recently, but then that means, people are keeping their luggage high on the carriage and cart, and they're not really dragging it along behind them.
Sure. Is the dirt outside for the roads like this color?
No, the roads are all cobbled, and
Okay.
the dirt in between is more of that reddish brown.
So it's likely from somewhere else and not in this town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well then, with that, I'm going to say my goodbyes to Maria again. Yes, let's meet in the lobby. 15 minutes. I'll leave both of the bottles of champagne there and take off down the hall.
Okay.
I'll just go to my room, and I'm going to hang on to this uniform, but just hang it up in the closet, close the door, and just go back to playing some music.
Okay. So your intent is not to meet her downstairs?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute. No, because I was thinking first of trying to get into her room. That probably wouldn't work without her knowing. I'll write a note to the others.
Okay.
And just explain, just something quick like something interesting came up, and I'm trying to figure out where, or explain, like, I ran into Larry. He's here in town. He's in room 402. And I'm trying to figure out what he's up to.
Okay. All right.
I should be back around like this afternoon, just in case.
Okay. So you go out to lunch with Miss Maria, and in the course of your conversation and you trying to discern what Larry is doing, she lets it drop that Larry is very interested in this boxing match tomorrow night. Particularly with who is participating in this boxing match, and that Larry has money riding on it.
Does she know who?
She tells you that the person he is rooting for
Mason.
Is not Mason.
is not Mason. I have names. I just have to find it in my crazy thing. Yeah, it's not Mason. It's Sam Smash.
Sam Smash.
Yes.
Smash food. That's just what I think of.
I mean, pretty much. And yeah, so through your course, you find out that yes, Larry is very interested in this match. He has money riding on it, particularly with this Sam Smash. And she's kind of annoyed that that's what they're going to go to tomorrow. But she does find fights exciting, so hopefully it'll be interesting. And so that's kind of your lunch. If you think of any other questions here in the next few minutes, let me know. Things that you want to ask her. And we'll hop over back to the girls.
Yeah, that would really be about it.
Okay.
Until I know I'll have to keep a low profile when I go to the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Does Maria have a last name?
Sure, she's Swiss German.
Quick, Phantom.
Laufenberger. There is the town of Laufenberg. Hang on. This German name is how about Huber? Maria Huber.
Huber.
Huber, Huber.
Huber. Holstein Gleiser. That's a mouthful.
Alrighty. Cool. Alrighty. So, back to the girls in the cafe. You've gotten your coffee, your scones. You had visited the museum. Was there... Ooh, Holstein Gleiser. I'm kidding. It's the one Phantom came up with. Her last name is Holstein Gleiser.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
It is. Really should be up to chat about some of these NPCs where it's like, oh yeah, no, there's somebody in the room. Maria. Give me names. I'll take names. All right. Anything else you ladies would like to do?
No, I want to get back to studying the torso.
Yeah, I also want to get back to the scrolls.
Ricky wants to study a torso too.
Yeah, he does. So you guys make it back to the room. You find a note from Ricky. The group fills Gertrude in on who Larry is.
Ah.
You. Does Charlie remember who Larry is? I like this one.
I think you're muted, Rachel.
Yeah, he was the guy in the chapel, yeah?
Or he wasn't the guy in the chapel, but he told Larry, the guy in the chapel told Ricky about Larry, and Ricky might have had a anger issue?
Right.
Yeah. He seems to bring out something in Ricky that sparks of anger and perhaps madness.
I wonder what it is about Zurich, about, connections just randomly showing up. That's strange.
So you're right. Laura was on her phone for this one. Alrighty. Okay. So this is where we'll pause tonight. For tonight for Monday. In game, we will catch back up to see if there's anything else you guys want to do before the match. Otherwise, next week we will have Mason's boxing match with Sam Smash. And there's days that the names come well, and there's days the names do not. Smash. Smash. Oh dear. And yeah, so that will be next Monday. Yes. There will be a week in April that we will have off. It will be the week of, I'm gonna say April 12th. So next week we're still on for sure, and I will double check the dates for when we are off. But April 18th. Okay, so April 19th we will not have Call of Cthulhu. That's in 3 weeks from now. So we still got a couple weeks of games and some brawling boxing matches and figuring out why is Larry in Zurich and is it actually important to the whole plot or are we going to ignore it and move on? We will see. But also tonight, my investigators will roll, for their improvements here after we go off stream. So just so everyone else watching knows, when you play Call of Cthulhu, you never level up. You are human. You are about as good as it gets. However, what you do is as you use your skills and are successful in them, you make a check mark next to that skill. And when you have done so, and at the time that the keeper allows and says, you then roll to fail. If you fail in that score, or roll above it, you will increase your percentage. So while you never level up, there's the possibility that you will get better. Things that you do a lot of, or that you even do once. So I know everybody has done like their spot hidden, so they'll definitely all be rolling to that to see if they can spot things better. And soon, Gertrude, Nellie, Mason, and Ricky will all have some Cthulhu mythos knowledge that they can attempt to start using in the game of Call of Cthulhu. But so we'll be doing that here after we leave. And to everyone watching, thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed our game. We know we had multiple technical issues, but you stuck with us, and we appreciate that. We always want this to be entertaining for you, so we hope that it is. Thank you to JD for keeping us going through all those technical issues, and thank you to Phantom of Truth for helping with the 1920s cultural lore. Also for the names, because that's what we need here. Thanks to Kelly Peck for these beautiful frames. She created tonight's, she creates Friday's nights, and when we play Jackals here on the Iconic section, she's also in charge of those frames. She makes us look real good. Thank you to all of our supporters and your continued views and support. We can't do this without you. If you'd like what we do, you can check us out Mondays, every other Tuesday for Jackals. They'll be ending next week. And then Fridays for our 5th edition Adventures, It Gets Worse, Adventures in Gebercan, the 13th Age podcast, and the Exploring Glorantha podcast. You can also see a lot of us over on the Ulysses International channel on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we are supported by you, by your views, by your likes, by your subscribes, and by the Patreon. You can also go and check out our Redbubble store. It now has a whole variety of things, and we are looking to add more always. We can't do this without you. Check out Call of Cthulhu over on Chaosium and all their awesome products. And we hope to see you all again next Monday here, 6:30, Horror on the Orient Express, the Call of Cthulhu game. Thank you, and we hope you have a wonderful evening and a great week.